I am Rahul Chandegra from Degree Electrical Engineering Department, Dr. Subhas Technical Campus. Today's our topic based on discrete uh, discrete time signal and linear time invariant system. So today's lecture we study from the book as per the many demand of the student. So let's check how the representation of discrete time signal. The discrete time signal is denoted by x of n. Consider such a discrete time signal as shown in figure. Here we represent different way like functional representation, tabular representation and sequence representation. So as per shown in the figure, it is a discrete time signal x of n. On x axis index n is plotted, so there is a number minus infinity 0 to plus infinity, hence n is corresponding number of the sample. In the given diagram, value of n varies from -3 to +3. On y-axis, amplitude of signal is plotted. The signal has having some amplitude at each value of n. Now the difference method used to represent signal x of n, like functional representation, tabular representation and sequence representation. In function representation, for the signal, the functional represent of signal, like if the amplitude is 2 for n equal to -2 and +1, then the amplitude 1 equal to for n equal to -3, 0 and 3. For n equal for x of n equal to 0, for n equal to 2, for x of n equal to -1, for n equal to -1. So 2 1 0 -1 is the value of x of n. For corresponding the value of n equal to -3 to +3. So first method is functional representation. Now the second method is tabular representation. In that we can write the value of n and x of n, like in the first row the value of n like -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. So x of n equal to at the minus at n equal to -3, the x of n value is 1. At n -2, the x of n value is 2. At n -1, the x of n value equal to -1. At n equal to 0, the x of n value is equal to 1. So like that, if n equal to 1, x of n equal to 2. For n equal to 2, x of n is there is a no signal, it means its value is 0. For n equal to 3, the x of n equal to 1. So the first method is diagram, second functional representation, third tabular, and now the sequence representation. The sequence representation of given signal, the x of n equal to 1 2 -1 1 2 0 1, but arrow corresponding to the value of 0. After arrow, the right side is the positive value for n equal to 1 2 3. Before arrow, the left side is minus value of n. So the sequence representation, the arrow is must be at 0. All amplitude signal are written sequentially starting from the leftmost amplitude. Arrow always indicate the amplitude of sample at n equal to 0. If arrow is not shown in the sequence, then by default is the first position. Example, x of n equal to 1 2 3 4 5. For at the 0, the x of n value is 1, or it means x of n arrow at 1. The number of sample contained in the given sequence is called as the length of sample. To adjust the length of sequence, we can add any number of 0 at the beginning or at the end sequence. This is called zero padding. For if x of n equal to 1 2 0 1 2 0 at origin, then we can write 0 0 1 2 0 1 2, or x of n equal to 1 2 0 1 2 0 0. So we put before 2 0 or last 2 0, any 0 we can put it. To represent the following signal graphically, so x of n equal to 1 2, origin 0, minus 1 1. So the figure A, for 0 indicate at origin, for left side 2 it indicate at minus 1, then 1 indicate, let me show you by using brush. The 2 is for minus 1, this 1 is for minus 2, then minus 1 is for 1 and plus 1 for 2. So we can draw the signal from the sequence to graph. For second example, in that example the origin value is 3, so we put 0 and 3. Then after all the signal left first side, so at minus 1 the value is 2, minus 2 value is minus 1, for minus 3 value is 0, and so on, minus 4 is value is 0. So at minus 1 the amplitude is 2, for minus 2 the amplitude value is minus 1, and other values are zeros. For the next signal, x of n 0 1 minus 1 1 minus 1, the origin is 0, then the at 1 value it's 1, for minus 1, for 2 1 2 3 4, so 1 equal to minus 1, for 2 minus 2, for 3 again 1, for 4 minus 1. So again we study the standard test signal. The standard state signal are useful for analysis of our system. Standard test signal play a many role, like such signal are used to check the performance of system. Applying such signal at the system, the output is checked. Now depending on the input output character of the particular system, the study of different properties of a system can be done. So some standard test signal like unit impulse function, or we can say delta function, unit step function, unit ramp signal, exponential signal, and sinusoidal signal. So the first is delta or unit impulse signal. The discrete time unit impulse function is denoted by delta n. Its amplitude is 1 at n equal to 0, and for all other value of n its amplitude is 0. So it is not just impulse function, it is unit impulse function. So delta n equal to 1 for n equal to 0, and 0 for n not equal to 0. So we can draw only the signal will come at n equal to 0. The sequence represent delta n equal to the arrow only at 1, other all the values are 0. The graphical representation of delta function is part A. For continuous time delta t, the first is discrete time, the second is continuous time. Delta t equal to 1 for t equal to 0, and 0 for t not equal to 0. So it is a unit impulse function for continuous time. Now the unit step signal. The discrete time unit step signal is denoted by u of n. Unit impulse is delta n, unit step means u of n. Its value is unity 1 for all positive value of n. That means its value is 1 for n greater than or equal to 0, where the other values of n, its value is 0. So all the positive side and origin side, u of n equal to 1 and u of n equal to 0 for negative side, or for n equal to minus value. In the form of sequence, it can be written as u of n equal to all the 1, and the arrow must be at first position. So in this, here arrow is absent, so by default it is at first position. So graphically it represent at 2.16a. The unit step u of n equal to 1 for all the positive n value. For continuous time it is in b. So we can check the discrete time values and continuous time both. The a is discrete time signal, unit step signal, and in b 2.16b it is a continuous time unit step. So continuous time u of t equal to 1 for t greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So u of n it means discrete time, u of t it means continuous time. Now the next signal is unit ramp signal. A discrete time unit ramp signal is denoted by u suffix r, r for ramp, u suffix r of n. Its value increase linearly with sample number of n. So whatever the value of n, it's same value of u of r n. So u of r n equal to n. For the unit step its value is 1, but here is the value is n. For n greater than or equal to 0, and for n negative value its value all are 0. So graphically representation of discrete time is 2.17a. The unit ramp signal, we can check that the n value is 1, then the u r n equal to 1. If n equal to 2, then u r n it means straight line. For continuous time it is the straight line from starting from origin to up to the whatever the value of t. So r of t equal to, r represent ramp signal, r of t equal to t for t greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So here is the not 1 value, here the value is t, not 1. Now the next test type signal is exponential signal. We know the exponential signal may be rise or exponentially decay. The discrete time exponential signal is expressed as x of n equal to a raised to n. Here a is the some real constant. If a is the complex, then x of n is written as the r real e raised to j theta. Theta denoted by the phase. Now depending upon the value of theta we have different cases or for the value of a. If a value is greater than 1, it means a real number. Let a equal to 3, then we have x of n equal to a raised to n, it means 3 raised to n. So it is exponentially increase. If n equal to minus 3, then 3 raised to minus 3 it means 1 upon 3 raised to 3, it means 1 upon 27. Then n equal to minus 2 equal to 1 upon 9. N equal to minus 1 it means 1 upon 3. N equal to 0 means at the origin its value 1. For 3 raised to n, n equal to 1 it means value 3. N equal to 2 it means 3 raised to 2, it means value 9. So it is an exponentially increased value for when the a greater than 1. So the first rising exponential signal. Now the second case, if a value arise between 0 to 1. So our case, if a belong to 0 less than a less than 1, it means a value is between 0 to 1. In this case, we'll get decaying exponential segment. Let a equal to 1 by 3. So x of n equal to a raised to n. So it is equal to 1 by 3 raised to n. So if we put 1 by 3 raised to minus 3, n equal to minus 3, then again the 1 by 3 is coming in denominator to numerator. So 3 raised to 3, it means 27. For n equal to minus 2, the 3 raised to 2 equal to 9. Then the 3 equal to n equal to minus 1, then the 1 upon 3 raised to minus 1, it means the value 3. For n equal to 0, again at the origin its value is 1. For n equal to 1, it means 1 by 3. For n equal to 2, 1 raised to 1 by 3 square, it means 1 by 9. If n equal to 3, then the signal we can see that we plot between x of n and n. So we get decaying exponential signal. Now the next case is when a less than minus 1. In this case, we will get double-sided rising exponential signal. Let a equal to minus 3 and x of n equal to minus 3 raised to n. So graphically such a representation of signal when we put the value of n, so there is a we can get double-sided growing exponential signal. The next case, we can check that if minus 3 raised to 0, it means 1, minus 3 raised to 1, it means minus 3, minus 3 raised to 2, it means positive plus 9. If minus 3 raised to 3, it means negative 27. So one signal is positive, another signal is negative. For even raised to odd number of numbers, then it is negative. If raised to even number, then it is value is positive. So we get double-sided growing exponential signal. The next case, when minus 1 less than a less than 0. In this case, we get double-sided decaying exponential signal. So let a equal to minus 1 by 3, x of n, a raised to n, it means minus 1 by 3 raised to n. So for positive value, it minus value. For n equal to odd number, it means its value is minus. For n equal to even number, its value will be positive. So let's check. So here the value minus 1 raised to 3 raised to 0, it means 1. Minus 1 by 3 raised to 1, it means minus 1 by 3. Minus 1 by 3 raised to 2, n equal to 2, then the value is 1 by n. So we get double-sided decaying exponential signal. So continuous time signal is also shown. It is a continuous value. We connect all the dots, so we get continuous time. Now for the sine cosine waveform, sinusoidal waveform, a discrete time signal waveform is denoted by x of n equal to a sine omega n. A is the amplitude and the omega equal to angular frequency, omega equal to 2 pi f. So discrete times waveform as shown in figure 2.20, it is the x of n, a sine omega n. A is the maximum value of x of n when the sine omega n equal to 1. For the origin, it's x of n equal to 0. Some other imported signal like signum function, rectangular pulses and a sinc function. We already studied the sinc function in previous lecture, but let's check. So a signum function, it is the function is denoted by SGN signum of t equal to 1 for positive value of t and -1 for negative value of t. So the signum function x of t signum t equal to, for positive side all the value is 1, for negative side n equal to or t equal to negative side, so all the value is equal to -1. The function as shown in figure 2.21, this is an odd and anti-symmetric function. Now the second important signal is rectangular function or rectangular pulse. A unit rectangular pulse is centered about y-axis at t equal to 0. It is denoted by rect, it means rectangular rect of t. Then the rect of t equal to 1 for -1 by 2 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1 by 2, or elsewhere for any value of t its value is 0. So total area having rectangular pulse is also 1, we can say that. Unit rectangular pulse is shown in figure 2.21b. A rectangular pulse having amplitude a and denoted by duration or the total time duration of t signal is capital T, as shown in figure 2.21c. The amplitude, if we say unit rectangular pulse, the value of a is 1. If it is not unit, then it's called rectangular pulse. So it is denoted by a rect small t by capital T. So the a rect small t by capital T equal to a for -t by 2 less than or equal to small t less than or equal to capital T by 2, or else where all the values are 0. So it called rectangular pulse. So here rectangular pulse. Now the sinc function. This is the function is mathematically represent as a sinc of x. It is equal to sin pi by x by pi by x. Here x is an independent variable. Sinc function passes through 0 at multiple value of x. That means x equal to ±1, ±2, ±3, so on. This is becomes sin pi by x equal to 0. For multiple value of x, an amplitude of sinc function decrease with increase in the magnitude of x. So summary of standard signal. The first we seen unit impulse or delta function. So here we see the first column is the type of signal, then the second column is discrete time waveform, and the third is continuous time waveform. So the first is delta or impulse function, delta n equal to 1 for n equal to 0 and 0 for n not equal to 0. Same way delta t equal to 1, here the correction, in continuous time delta n not, but it is delta t equal to 1 for t equal to 0 and 0 for t equal to not equal to 0. The second type of signal is unit step. The first is unit impulse, now the unit step. U of n equal to, all the values are 1 for n greater than or equal to 0. For n less than 0, it's all the value is 0. For continuous time, u of t equal to 1 for t greater than or equal to 0, and all the u of t equal to 0 for t less than 0. So it's called unit step signal. We all this type of signal, delta, unit impulse, unit step, unit ramp, sinusoidal, all the waveform we are using in our mathematics term for checking the response of our system. So it's basically we should know the type of signal and its equation, how we can draw it, how can we write mathematically. So next is unit ramp. The unit ramp signal is u of n equal to n for n greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for n less than 0. Likewise, r of t, r represent the ramp, r of t equal to t for t greater than or equal to 0 and 0 for t less than 0. Sinusoidal waveform x of n equal to a sin omega n for x of t a sin omega t. So this is the basic for, and the next one is exponential. But in exponential case there is a lots of possibility. It may be decaying or rising or both, double-sided, growing, anything. So there is a condition for exponential type signal. If when a greater than 1, then the signal is growing exponential or rise exponentially. So x of n equal to a raised to n and x of t equal to a raised to t. It's the first case of exponential. When a belongs between 0 to 1 means 0 less than a less than 1. So it means decaying exponential. So x of n equal to a raised to n, in that case a belongs to not more than 1 and less than 0. So it between 0 to 1. So it is decaying exponential. We already studied before. So this is the summary of all the type of test signal. X of t equal to a raised to t. It is a continuous time. When a less than -1, so there is the two possibility. So output will be one time plus and one time negative. So it is double-sided growing exponential. So x of n equal to, in all the case x of n equal to a raised to n, but the a have a different cases for different value. When -1 less than a less than 0, so it is a double-sided decaying exponential. So the all four cases of exponential, keep in mind when a starting from a greater than 1, it is growing exponential. From 0 to 1 it is decaying exponential. A less than -1, it is double-sided growing exponential. When a -1 less than a less than 0, it means double-sided decaying exponential. So we should know the corresponding value of a and its output waveform. So in this lecture we studied exponential signal, then the delta unit impulse, unit step, unit ramp, and sinusoidal signal and its waveform, its mathematical representation, and the other three signal like rectangular and sinc and signum. So again we check this as a revision. The signum function, the signum t equal to one value for t positive value and -1 for t equal to negative value. It's called signum function. Rectangular pulse, unit rectangular pulse rect t equal to 1 for -1/2 less than or equal to t less than or equal to 1/2. So as per 2.21b, it is a unit rectangular pulse. For 2.21c, it is a simple rectangular pulse. It's have amplitude like value a. So the a rect small t by capital T equal to all the value equal to a for -t/2 less than or equal to t less than or equal to t/2. For other value, all the values are 0. So it called rectangular pulse. For sinc function, The sinc function is mathematically represent sinc of x equal to sin pi by x divided by pi by x, and the sinc function pass through 0 at multiple value of x. That means x equal to plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, so on. So all the value of sinc of x equal to 0, cos sin pi x equal to 0. So here the figure 2.21d is the sinc function waveform. Thank you.